This past summer and fall, people in the city of Chicopee had several chances to see one particular real estate agent pass by their house. Paul Duvall, known as the Running Realtor, decided last summer to embark on a project that brought him to every street in the city on foot. Terry Hegarty drove some of those same streets to catch up with Paul. He tells us now about the steps Paul took to alleviate hunger in the area.
Paul Duvall of Chicopee says that hunger never takes a day off. And even though he takes a few days off from running each week, he never stops working to solve the problem of hunger. Paul, a parishioner of St. Stanislaus Bishop and Martyr Basilica in Chicopee, is a lifelong runner and a local realtor who even got Chicopee's Holyoke Catholic High School girls cross-country team involved as he was off and running, literally, on a unique fundraising effort. Paul, known as the Running Realtor, initially thought of running the streets of Chicopee just to get a better idea of the real estate.
I was out on a run, and I was on my way home, and I was thinking about real estate, actually. And I was thinking, you know, real estate is very important to know your city and to know everything you can about it. And my daughter and I used to always run whenever we traveled to see places. And I thought, well, geez, if I ran, you know, around the city, I would get to know the houses better and the property better as I did it. And I kept thinking about it, and I said, well, geez, if I'm going to run around the whole city, I should do it for a reason.
That reason became the needy who rely on Lorraine's Soup Kitchen and Pantry in Chicopee. Paul started a campaign entitled Running for Food that began in July and concluded last month. The fundraiser involved running all 1,200 streets, about 280 miles, of his native city of Chicopee. The campaign raised funds for Lorraine's, which provides a hot meal for the needy each weekday. They also have a pantry that provides groceries. The day that Reel to Reel followed Paul on a run through downtown Chicopee, the weather was warm and sunny. But not every day of the campaign featured such weather.
I put on the blog one day, it was particularly heavy downpour that day. And I thought about it as I was writing a blog, and I said, you know, people get hungry on rainy days too. So you have to run on good days and you have to run on bad days. Because people get hungry all the time, you know, whether it rains or whether it doesn't rain. So it's important to remember that.
Paul hit the streets from July 1st to October 16th. Running for food, he trekked from 4 to 6 miles per day, 5 days a week. He says his association with Holyoke Catholic helped the effort.
I've always been closely connected to the Holyoke Catholic, particularly the girls' cross-country and track teams, because my daughter ran for Holyoke Catholic. It's heartwarming, and I think, again, that's part, to me, of the Catholic education, quite frankly, is there's always that focus on community and togetherness and what they can do to help people.
Team members enjoyed the opportunity to help.
I think it's a great thing to be part of. Here at Holyoke Catholic, you have to do community service hours, and I've helped out at soup kitchens before, and I think it's a really good cause to run for and raise money for.
I think it's so inspiring what Mr. Duvall's doing, because like what we learn here at Holyoke Catholic is to use the gifts God gave us and our talents, like running for Mr. Duvall, to help the community. So it's really great that we get to help him, and it's inspiring watching him use his God-given talents to help out the people around him.
The Lady Gales presented Paul with a team donation for Lorraine's. Paul's efforts to raise funds have resulted in more than $3,500 going to Lorraine's Soup Kitchen here, but he's also interested in raising awareness of the problem of hunger. Kim Goulet, the executive director of Lorraine's, says Paul's efforts have been incredible.
He's an amazing marketing person, and this is how the whole concept was put together. He came up with the idea. He showed us how he was going to market it, which brings in the awareness, public awareness, which is critical for people to know that we're here, that we're providing a service, and that we need their help.
Kim says that donations are scarce in the summer and fall. She also says that many people are visiting Lorraine's for the first time.
We're finding that we're seeing kind of a new face here at Lorraine's, people who are unemployed or their unemployment has run out, they've exhausted their resources, their savings, they've tapped friends and family, and they really have no other place to go. This is it. You've come to the most basic need, and that's food.
In order to offer that food, they rely on the volunteers and others like the running realtor. Paul is still committed to helping Lorraine's and is already working on ideas to get people involved in some way next year. Reporting for Reel to Reel, this is Terry Hegarty.
Even though Paul's running for food miles are behind him, contributions to the campaign are still being accepted, and you can do so by logging on to LorraineSoupKitchen.com.